what to do if another man disrespects you. How to handle that. Should you fight him? Should you kick his ass? Or should you just let it go? All right, so the way I'm going to answer this question, first of all, is first, it depends on how much time you have, right? Because when you're busy, when you've got a lot of things going on, you're doing a lot of high-value stuff because you're a high-value man, most times when somebody disrespects you, it's a lot of times you're not even going to notice, right? I mean, a lot of times, if you got a whole lot going on, you won't notice little things that somebody else is doing to try to get a reaction out of you. And it'll just fly, like, it'll just go right through your head. Like, what? Oh, somebody said something to me? Oh, somebody called me a name? Oh, yeah. Because you got a lot going on. And I've always noticed, like, the less you have going on, the more time you have on your hands to get into these very low value beta male scuffles with other dudes, whether they're looking at you wrong or they're, you know, they're saying something that is in your direction that is offensive. When you have a lot of time on your hands, you're going to try to deal with every dog that barks at you. But when you don't, you won't care. I mean, that's just the truth of it, because you have better things to do. I mean, really, it boils back down to that. You just have better things to do. There's an old saying, I think I might have mentioned on my channel, and I'm trying to, like, think back on it without butchering it. Oh, you can judge the success of a man by the things that bother him. That is so accurate, guys. I can't even tell you how accurate that is. You can judge the success of a man by the things that bother him. Okay? And I know for certain guys, especially if you've been bullied growing up, you tend to be more reactive. Okay? You tend to be more ready to defend yourself, right? Because you're bullied as a child. I mean, I got bullied as a kid growing up. You know, it didn't stop until probably like around 7th grade. That's when I started taking karate and I started learning to defend myself. Either way, you're still going to have a lot of jumpy tendencies until you learn, or until you fix that. I mean, you'll never really suppress it completely, but you can suppress it a whole lot to the point where, you know, it doesn't really affect you like it is now. So yeah, it's kind of like when you see an animal that's been abused. Usually that animal's going to be a little more aggressive, and it's very hard to get that animal stop being aggressive. You know, even if that is your animal and you love that animal and whatnot. I just mentioned how you know, what's going on with my hair? But I just mentioned how recently me and my girl found a dog on the side of the freeway that had been hit by a car. Took it to the animal hospital. We had to go to like 10 of them, right? Because none of them wanted to take a stray. And then finally the 10th one, I just told them, like, yeah, this is my dog, man. Just so they would take her and take him. And then so they did, and cost me about 11 grand for this stray dog. So took care of that, and now my girl has a dog. So that's her dog now, and she noticed right away, like, as much as she loves the dog, as sweet as the dog could be, that it could get aggressive at times, right? And it's just jumpy, and that's just, you know, immediately I knew. I was like, man, this dog's been abused. And of course we asked the vet, and the vet said, yeah, you know, because we took her to my vet after, and then he's like, yeah, this dog is I don't know what they did to her, but you know, did to it, but it has definitely been abused. And so as a person, you can imagine, you know, I mean, being bullied growing up, but I mean, you have a lot of control over that. Regardless, you know, it will affect you. I think David Spade, the comedian, even talked about this, how he said he was bullied growing up, and so sometimes it's like somebody makes a comment towards him, you know, it's still like, you know, and whereas people who weren't bullied, they're just like, so, right? You're less reactive, actually. However, regardless, if another man does disrespect you, it really depends on how much time you have to deal with this jackass. I mean, again, the busier you are, the more you're thriving in life, the more you're kicking ass out there, the less you'll deal with just little, nuances that happen throughout the day, whether it's like somebody tailgating you, somebody just sees you and for whatever reason they're like they make a snide remark or a snide comment. The busier you are, the more you're just gonna be like, okay, it's just some idiot, right? And then you see them for what they are too. I mean, that's the thing when you're thriving. This is why a lot of guys who are thriving and doing well in life don't react to things like that, because they're able to see through the person. They don't take them at face value. They're able to go deeper than that, and they know that they're dealing with somebody who usually has some mental issues or some anger issues or jealousy issues, which those are usually the top three, right? That's what's going to cause another guy to get threatened by you. And, oh, yeah, hey, man. Ugh. Look at them shades, whatever. Right? To where he wants you to notice him. He wants you to give him your time. He wants you to give him your power and put the focus on him, because as I always say, most haters are complete narcissists, right? It's all, they can't see beyond themselves. So when you sink to his level and you react to somebody who's disrespecting you, I mean, you're really like giving it power. And then you might think, oh, I don't like people talking smack to me, man. You ain't disrespecting me. Okay, that means that you value his opinion. That means you think that he's on your level. If you're getting angry about it, it means it's because you feel like, wow, this person's on my level. He's trying to talk smack to me. Whereas when that happens to me, and it happens in a lot because I go out so much, right? I'm in a lot of these social situations, very intense social situations at times. And I mean, there's always AMOGs out. It's like never fails. There's always these AMOGs out that have to say something or whatever. You might have taken their target, or you might have taken the girl that they wanted to talk to, but they were sitting there all night as a wallflower, standing against a wall, didn't do anything, holding their beer against their chest, and never said anything. And then you take the girl, and then the guy is like, and starts speaking out. I mean, that happens to me all the time, and like 99.9% of the time, I'm just like, okay, yeah, have I had guys get in my face? Of course, right? I'm quick to diffuse those situations, though, right? And usually if the guy gets in your face, it's because you did something that he took as offensive, right? I mean, no guy's really going to get in your face for no reason, right? It's not, unless he's like psychotic or something, like walk down the street and pick fights. Most guys don't do that because they know that could be the end of their lives if they mess with the wrong dude. So most people are not that dumb. So if anybody ever gets in my face, which happens from time to time, it's usually because I took the girl, or it was their sister, or it was their girlfriend. I mean, I mentioned last time this really happened was in Vegas. I was at, I think I was at Venetian, and I was talking to some girl at the slot machine, and she was into it. Never mentioned the boyfriend, man. The boyfriend, I heard these like footsteps running around the corner. Dude like flew up on me and all this, right? But also what tripped him out, because I think he's done this before, because I mean, guys who are jealous like that, I'm not even going to get into that dating lesson, that pickup lesson here, but I mean, that's the end of your relationship. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're already broken up, because once the girl sees that low value behavior from you and that you're super reactive and you haven't achieved your abundance as a man, it's not attractive, right? So he comes flying around the corner, much younger guy, right? Probably like late 20s or mid 20s, maybe earlier, maybe younger than that, but came flying around the corner. And I know he's used to like a visceral reaction where people are like, whoa, dude, all this. And he just came up. I was like, I didn't move. I mean, I've trained myself to be non-reactive, right? And I've been bullied growing up, so this was a lot of work. So I trained myself just, all right, but I was ready, in case he tried to do anything. I'm always prepared, but I didn't, my heart rate didn't go up, anything like that. I've learned to check those things. So when he came around, it's just like, and he kind of froze. He didn't know what to do because I just stood still. It was like, oh my man, this guy might be dangerous because he's not even reacting to this. And of course he was like, "Oh yeah, man, that's my girl. That's my girl." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I didn't know." And I'm like, no harm, no foul. Lucky guy. And I just I gave him a little bit of shine, and that was enough to send him into like complete beta mode. Like, yeah, dude, it's totally cool, man. I didn't mean to run up on you. And yeah, man, are you gambling here? And yeah, if I see you, oh, my name's Pat and all this. And I'm like, yeah, it was fine, right? But I didn't react to that. I was just like, oh, okay, I'm not going to run. I'm not going to take off. I'm going to stand my ground. I'm going to stay right here, right? Because it's an innocent mistake. I don't feel like I was doing anything wrong. It's an innocent mistake, right? I mean, my girl, she gets hit on all the time. I mean, the same thing happened to me, like literally like that night, right? My girl and I went over to Paris casino, and we're gambling there. And I went to the bathroom, and next thing you know, I come back, and there's this dude talking to her, right? This happens all the time. I mean, so it's not that big a deal. I mean, if you're dating an attractive girl, it's going to happen. Regardless, so when somebody like rolls up on you or tries to show you disrespect, that's when you really have to ask yourself, is this person on my level where he's worth, responding to? I mean, the way I look at it is, it's almost like a little brother coming up on me who really is just too dumb, too young, too immature, doesn't know any better, who's trying to, act like he's the man, right? I mean, because high value guys, real men, masculine men, don't sink to their feminine frame like that, because you really are sinking to your feminine frame. You're just going out disrespecting other dudes for no reason, or you're getting triggered because some dude did something you didn't like, or or made a mistake, an honest mistake. I mean, you have to be reasonable if you want to be successful in this world and you want to live out the rest of your life without getting killed. You got to be reasonable, right? You can't just roll up on dudes and expect them to take it because other dudes in the past were too scared to say anything. I mean, eventually you're going to come across somebody who just pulls out the 9mm and goes, whoosh. It's not worth losing your life over. But as I've said, it always comes back to how much time do you have on your hands? I mean, all the friends that I have in my social circle now that are all thriving, many of them doing much better than I am, I never see these guys responding. I like to those low value behaviors when we're ever out or somebody wants to AMOG. They're never responding to it. Plus, they never dish that out, right? If somebody accidentally talks to their wives, because a lot of them are married, a lot of them have these trophy wives, somebody talks to their wife or even their daughter, right? It's like they get it. They get it. And they're like, oh, yeah. She's with me. That's my wife. Yeah. See the ring? Right? It's not a big deal. It's not anything worth starting trouble over. But guys who are low value, guys who are coping and failing with life, are constantly going to try to start smack with the world. They're going to constantly try to talk smack. They're going to constantly try to push people's buttons, because that's how they get their their dopamine, their little hit of dopamine fix, right? Their little fix of dopamine, where it makes them feel like they have value, because they don't have actual value, right? They don't have real value. They're not producing anything of value in the world. I mean, I have multiple businesses, and all we do is try to improve our products, try to make our customers happy, try to produce value. I mean, even with these coaching videos, I try to give you the best that I can. I try to give you the best value I can. Even when I'm tired, I try to pump it out, right? I want to give value, and because of that, I don't need artificial value, right? I don't need artificial value like walking down the street, like putting on like my Omega or something, my $3,000 Omega, and a nice suit or something, and going, hey, look at all you poor losers. That doesn't do anything for me, right? Because I want to help people. I want to lift people up. I don't want to bring them down. And that's another high level, or that's another high status behavioral trait that you'll acquire when you're in abundance, when you've achieved your abundance as a man. You won't see other guys as a threat, even if they're doing something you don't like, whatever. Everybody live your life, right? You don't want to infringe on their freedoms and try to like shame them or whatever else into complying with the way you live your life, or trying to shame them into behaving like you do because you think yours is the right way. Who does that, guys? Women do. right? Look at our entire culture right now. It's feminized. It's all like been completely feminized, and everyone's walking on eggshells right there. And these women are not getting the men to do what they want by leading by example. No, they're doing it by pure, like, trying to infringe on your rights, your freedoms, who you are, your thoughts, your beliefs, your ideas. Whereas once you become a man, once you become an adult, once you become mature and stop acting like, you know, a schoolyard bully, like you're still, you know, in middle school or something, that's when you become an actual leader, and you realize, like, everybody has their own wants, needs, desires. I don't narcissistically believe everybody should be exactly like me, much less do you want that, right? The world would be very boring if everyone was exactly the same. Then you accept people for their differences, even if you don't agree with it. You just accept them for their differences, and you go about your life and you mind your own backyard. Okay, you mind your own backyard, you mind your business, and you try to be the best that you can be. And if you want people to follow you, you lead by example. Okay, you lead by example. Have I ever done one response video ever to anybody who's tried to bash me or channel bash or try to clout chase? No. Right? Because I lead by example. I mean, it saddens me that a number of these dudes in the manosphere want to lead men, and they don't lead by example. A number of these dudes talking about how this is how to be the alpha, this is how to be the leader and all this, and all they do is go around bashing other dudes. That's all they do. And it saddens me that anyone follows them, right? But then I always look in their comments, and their followers are just like them. They're just as toxic, right? But it does make me sad that you know, that these guys, and they never really have big audiences anyway, because people vote with their feet. But it just, the few guys that do, they're, you know, they ruin these guys. You know, and I always say you should lead by example. Don't say that, you know, do this, guys, do that, and then you are not doing it yourself. You know, it's like rules for thee, not for me. No, if you're going to lead men, if you're going to teach men, if you're going to be part of this manosphere, you better lead by example. So as always, guys, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. If it added value to your life, I appreciate you smash the like button for me. But if you have anything that you would like to add, anything I might have missed, drop them in the comments below. And always love to see you guys my comments. Always love to read them. So drop those comments below. Until next time, this is Matt Cross from AlphaMaleSecrets signing out. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you actually subscribe to my AlphaMaleSecrets channel. I've been checking my analytics, man, and too many of you guys are still not yet subscribed to the AlphaMaleSecrets channel here on the YouTube. So please make sure you're subscribed as well. Helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, and you know, just help a brother out and subscribe. And for you guys who love my work and all of this amazing content I'm teaching you here on the AlphaMaleSecrets, the best way to support my work is becoming a premium member of my premium AlphaMaleSecrets channel, which I am hosting on a private platform away from YouTube. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm protecting my content from YouTube in the event they try to shut me down one day. They won't be able to, because all my content will be protected. It is being protected on my private platform. So this is the absolute best way to support my work, is becoming a premium AlphaMaleSecrets subscriber on my premium AlphaMaleSecrets channel, which is being hosted on a private platform. Right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of premium AlphaMaleSecrets content from me. So take advantage of it. Okay, all you need to do is click the link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video. I'm out.